Hey everybody, welcome to Uncle Jay's Spaghetti. Today I've got Geoff Castellano, a deep baritone guy that is a great singer. He's a bass baritone. He can get up into the tenor as well. He's got a pretty good octave. And it's House of the Rising Sun. Now this was made popular by the Animals. So, and I've done this by the Animals a while back, but we're going to get into the history of it a little bit later. So hit like, subscribe, post notification bell. The way I do it here, I don't stop the video. I let it go all the way through, so you get to hear it, and without me stopping and interrupting, I'll comment at the end with some history trivia, that kind of thing. So, was this a prison or was it a brothel? Two theories about that. So, let's get to it. Let's pull up Jeff's version and let's go and see what he has to
There
say.
is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun, and it's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know I'm one. My mother was a tailor, sewed my new blue jeans. Daddy was a gambling man way down in New Orleans.
I like this.
One and only thing a gambler ever has is a suitcase and a trunk. The one and only time a gambler satisfied is when he's on a drunk. So now, mothers, tell your children, yeah, not to do what I've done. Spend your life in fear and misery in the house of the rising sun. Well, I've got one foot on the platform, yeah. The other's on the train. I'm going back to New Orleans to wear that ball and chain. There is a house in New Orleans they call the Rising Sun. They call the Rising. It's been the ruin of many a poor boy. And God, I know I'm one. And God, I know I'm one. In the house of the rising sun.
How low can you go, Jeff? That was awesome. Wow. Um, it shows his range right there. I mean, he has some talent. This guy does. Now, the theory is that there's two different ways to interpret this song. One is that it was a women's prison in New Orleans, and that's where the ball and chain reference comes in the song. I will go back to New Orleans and wear that ball and chain. But this doesn't really play out that well because there's nothing to substantiate it. However, the second one is that it was a brothel in New Orleans, and it actually did operate, and historians have argued about this. It was owned by Madame Marianne Le Saudier Levant. She's French, obviously. And that name, if you translate it from French into English, it means rising sun in French. So it operated from 1862 to 1874. It was occupied by Union soldiers for a while, so they got their jollies. And it was on St. Louis Street in New Orleans. So I go with that second theory. I think that's more correct. Now, Geoff, let's talk about Geoff. This man can hit some lows. He has gone really low, and I can't get that low, but he's got some talent, and he can hit the mid range and the higher range as well. So he's got some range on him. He's been very impressive, and glad that I got him on this song. Like his version of it. And this was really made famous by the Animals in 1964 when they recorded it. It went number one in the UK and the USA in 1964. It's also recorded in 1920, so this song's pretty old. And a guy named Texas Alexander did it first. Then Leadbelly, who was a blues artist in the 20s and 30s, he recorded it. And then Woody Guthrie recorded it as well. But nobody made a hit of it until a big hit anyway, until the Animals got a hold of it, and it went straight to number one. And it's been in the body of rock since that time. So that's a little bit of history and background on this story. I hope you liked it and enjoyed it. If you did, hit like, subscribe, and post notification bell, and leave a comment. Also, leave a suggestion as to where I might go next. So, thanks for dropping in. Be nice to each other. Be nice to yourself. Okay? Bye.